What is going on, you guys? Browns Gratification here, and today we're going to discuss day two of the NFL draft for the AFC North. All four teams had a good draft. Nobody really popped out too much, except for, I would say one team did, and I'll just spoil it now. The Steelers, they had a good draft. Everybody had a good draft, but Steelers probably went home number one for day two. But yeah, let's talk about it. This draft, at least for Browns Twitter or just Browns in general, wasn't. It was kind of boring, right? We traded back from round two to round three, so we had to wait even longer, and there wasn't really any flashy picks. We've been spoiled with those for the past few years, but that's we don't have a lot of holes to fill on this team, so you're not gonna get those flashy picks for the most part. But let's talk about it. Let's begin with the Cincinnati Bengals. Round two, pick 60, drafted cornerback Cam Taylor Britt. And in round three, they drafted Zachary Carter, D line from Florida. Yeah, two good picks. I mean, they addressed offense all free agency, so it only made sense that they'll go defense in the draft. And that's what they did. They got depth at that D line position, and they got more depth at that cornerback position. Two good players, nothing too flashy about them, but I think with Cincinnati, they'll plug them right in, and they'll produce right away. I think for Cincinnati, especially that cornerback Cam Taylor Britt. He's a ball hawk who recover really good. So yeah, good draft for the Bengals. Overall, I'd probably give them a B, B minus. Yeah, good job, good day for the Bengals. Moving on, let's talk about the Steelers. Let me just find them on here real quick. Round two, pick number 52. George Pickens, phenomenal pickup by the Steelers. He dropped just a little bit, but considering everything that was coming out about him, car crash, attitude problems, but I don't think his attitude is going to be much of a problem. I mean, this is Steelers. They kept Antonio Brown's attitude problems quiet for so long. They have Brian Flores and Mike Tomlin there to straighten them out if needed. So I don't think his attitude will be a major topic with the Steelers. And whenever they draft a wide receiver, the receivers are going to be good. So good pickup by the Steelers. Now they're round three. DeMarvin Leal. He was a player I would love to get, but they drafted him a little bit before us. I don't know exactly. I think it was like two or three picks before us. 6'4", 280 pounds. This dude's a beast. Um, I'm forgetting the D line for the Steelers. Was it Cam Hayward, Stephon Tuitt? I'm recording this at night, and I'm gonna upload this tomorrow morning, so that's why I'm forgetting. Uh, but still, I mean, DeMarvin Leal, really good pickup. I would say, well, George Pickens, I would give an A. DeMarvin Leal, B, or B minus. I'd give this overall a B plus. Overall, excuse me, A minus. Um, just because I think that George Pickens pick was such a good pick for him, because they did lose. I believe you guys lost Juju Smith-Schuster, and is it James Washington? Right? Is that who you guys lost? So yeah, good day for the Steelers. Although they still need to draft offensive line. They didn't do that at all in round one. Kenny Pickett is who they chose, and that was just not good in my opinion. Yeah, they didn't draft. Yep, no draft. No drafts for offensive tackle for the Steelers. So I wonder how they move about that. Do they think the players that they have now are good, or are they just going to draft more later? I guess we'll find out. Now, moving on to the so A minus is overall grade for Steelers. Moving on to the Baltimore Ravens. First pick for them in the second round, 45 overall. David Ojobo. Um, great pickup for the Ravens. He's obviously probably not going to play this season because he suffered tore his Achilles at his pro day, I believe, right? Or either the combine or the pro day. So I can't give this grade an A plus or an A minus. If he would have played, I honestly, if he wasn't injured, he would have been picked up already in the first round. So considering that he's a steal, and then also considering he's not going to play this year, I'll just give this pick a B. I think that's fair. I mean, if you guys disagree, let me know. But round 3. 2 picks before us. Travis Jones, D lineman out of UConn, and I actually mocked him to have him drop to the Browns. We could have picked him up if we kept 44, but we didn't. And yeah, he ended up with the Steelers. So man, Kyle Hamilton, Travis Jones, David Ojabo, and who did they draft in the first round again? Also Tyler Linderbaum. Yeah, man, these Steelers are not playing around. Them and the Eagles, I think, have had the best draft so far, and day 2 just proved it again. But I would give about day 2 a B plus for the day B plus for the Ravens. It would have been higher, but David Ojobo is not playing this year, so can't give him that A. But moving on to the team that matters the most to this channel, Cleveland Browns. Obviously, like I said a few seconds ago, Browns traded down from 44 to 78 and 68, excuse me. And it looked like we were we. So as soon as Andrew Booth was picked up, Browns traded back. So I assume that's who they wanted, and they couldn't get him. So they said, okay, we don't think anybody else is worth this 44 overall pick, so we'll trade back with. I don't remember who was it, the Texans or yeah, it should have been the Texans, I think. And they picked up Martin Emerson, a lockdown corner from Mississippi. Not much of a ball hawk. I think he's only had one interception his whole college career. But I mean, he allows like a 56% percentage completion against him. Had 11 passes defended, excuse me, this past year. So he's a lockdown corner. Not much of a ball hawk, but nor is Jalen Ramsey or Denzel Ward, and they're two of the top corners in this league. Moving on, round 3, pick number 78, Alex Wright, edge rusher from UAB. I saw on the UAB website he's 6'7", 270 pounds, but I'm looking at the CBS draft tracker and it's showing him as 6'5". Either way, he's a humongous edge, and I still think we signed Jadeveon Clowney, but I think what they might do is play Jadeveon more on the inside of that D line, and then play Alex Wright more on the outside. Not saying they're going to do that. Not saying they're going to do that most of the time, but I think you'll see some packages of that formation. Yeah, good pickup by the Browns. That's another need that we needed. Not specifically for the D line, but not specifically for that inside of the D line, but still adding to the D line can't hurt at all. And then their last pick, David Bell, wide receiver. I thought they would go D line, inside D line, Perion Winfrey, but they went David Bell. I don't think this is the worst thing, just because we have like the 4th pick in the 4th round, so hopefully Winfrey's still available. David Bell, though, man, he's a wide receiver, not too fast, but he's like a replica of Jarvis Landry. We don't know if he's going to be as good, but he's definitely has the right mold. Good catcher in traffic, great runner, great hands. Again, not fast. I think he ran like a 4.6, and then at the pro day he ran like a 4.7. So he's not gonna. He's a lot faster on film though, which is nice. But he's not like track fast, which is fine. The Browns like these big receivers. I mean, you saw they picked up Donovan Peoples-Jones a few years ago. He's not a fast receiver, but he's a big body, could catch. And David Bell, just like a Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry is like a 4.6, 4.7 dude. But I mean, look at Jarvis Landry now. He's a really good wide receiver. But unfortunately, I think with the David Bell pickup, we're not going to re-sign Jarvis Landry. So maybe he ends up with the Saints, or I saw the Ravens. Hopefully Jarvis doesn't do us dirty and go to the AFC North. But whatever gets him the most money, right? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm recording this the night at 11:57 p.m. Gonna have this uploaded tomorrow morning around 9:30 to 10. So if I sound pretty tired, that's why. But have a great night, have a good morning, and go Browns.